Good evening. Welcome to KH No Filter, an unpopular opinion show. I think it's number 4. We are sorry we're a bit later than planned, but some of us had to shower.
Daylight savings, dude. It fucked me up so bad.
I'm not going to tell you who did it, but anyway.
Wasn't me.
It
was Kai. Everyone. He was too busy taking the sleeves off his sweatshirt.
Here we go. So,
Marshall, you have no right to banter us. We all know it's you.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome to the show. Main man Kai, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How about you guys?
All good. Will?
Doing all right, man.
Are you guys ready to talk to some people?
Yes.
Let's talk to some people, man.
I'm very good.
Ready to talk some shit.
Slendz?
Yeah.
I'm just here, man. Chilling, man. Chilling.
Chilling like a villain. And leave Marshall to last because he's going to kick us off with his unpopular opinion because it is on the thumbnail. So, Marshall, how you doing? And please begin with your unpopular opinion, my friend.
Doing okay, man. I'm actually, after all the emotions settled over the weekend about the results and stuff, I'm actually excited again for Champions League football to come back this week, man. Fucking excited. But all right, I'm gonna kick this one off. Actually, I don't think this one's gonna be that unpopular. I feel like some people will agree with me, but personally, me, I don't like this player, and to the point that, and let's get it straight. Context. I understand and I recognize this player has talent, but I think Neymar is overrated. And I think Neymar is so overrated to the point that I don't actually think he even makes my top 5 Brazilians of all time.
God damn.
Was that it?
Yeah. I'll actually, you know what? I forgot. Let me, Slendz is right. Let me explain why exactly I don't rate Neymar. And it's really only really stems down to one sole thing, which is actually kind of two, right? Which is he is a drama queen diver.
Ooh.
Look, we've seen our fair share of divers in the game. And the biggest example right now is Jack Grealish. But the difference between someone like Jack Grealish who gets fouls all the times versus Neymar is that Neymar to me actually plays for the foul, whereas Jack Grealish, he wants to commit plays and stuff, but he gets fouled all the time because of the way he dribbles the ball. Kind of like Messi when he first started playing his career. He got fouled all the time because that ball is basically taped. I knew Ahmad would fucking say some shit because that ball is basically taped to his foot. Neymar has swindled his way into so many fouls and getting other players yellow carded or sent off the pitch. He's the king of the dark arts when it comes to winning the foul. I would say he almost beat. I think he actually does beat Suarez when it comes to playing dirty like that.
Jeez.
I recognize he's talented, but I also take it back a bit because like, I've seen where his talents has been. His best, I think, has been when he was in Barcelona with Messi and Suarez. But you could also argue that it wasn't solely his pure talent that helped the team, but he had really talented players like Suarez and Messi to like help support him and make him look better than what he actually is. I think right now he is dominating in PSG because, let's get it right, outside of PSG, you could argue Lyon this season. You could argue.
Oh, okay, Marshall. This is turning into a French league debate. Okay.
He said League again. The pain.
Let's get it right. All right. Even if Neymar was in League A or the French league or whatever, if he really wanted to test himself, I think either A, don't play for the best team in the damn league, because that already is like, you have players like Mbappe and stuff like you it's like going to Eredivisie and playing for Ajax. Ajax wins that division almost all the time. Every now and then PSV gets in there, but Ajax is the top team and they dominate that league. PSG dominates the French league all the damn time. He's not really asking for competition. If he came to like the Premier League or like what Ronaldo did and played for like a Man U or play in a league where there's multiple teams that are, and I get it that recently the English Premier League has literally been Liverpool and Man City, but I would say that gap is getting closer and closer, and there is a lot of the best players, a lot of the best defenders, a lot of the best coaches in this league. I think that if he were to come to this league, we would see if Neymar really steps up, if Neymar really is the player that people say he is, because I don't think he's challenging himself by staying in France. He's now deciding to stay in France. I think he's taking the easy way out. I think he's just chilling there because it's not very competitive a division. People have said it. He steps up when it's a very competitive game, but he doesn't really step up outside of that. He always chills, relax because he knows he can slack a little.
Wait a minute, Marshall.
So,
can I go first?
Wait, let Marshall finish.
No, I want to go first, man.
For the most part, I think that's literally my argument. And if you want to name better Brazilians, in my opinion, I respect Ronaldinho more. I respect Ronaldo more. I respect Kaká more. I respect.
It's who's better?
I think they're better too. I think they have a better legacy and a better career than Neymar. Ronaldinho, Ronaldo, Kaká. Damn it! Roberto Carlos and Pele. All those five had better careers and legacies than Neymar will have. Neymar will be known till the end of time as the Brazilian that won an Oscar as a soccer player, as a football player.
Oh, he did it. Sorry, finished.
He said the S word as well, man.
Oh my god!
Nah, man.
You said the S word, man.
Yeah,
That's
I had to
offensive,
really
man.
dig in. I didn't only just stab the knife; I twisted it too.
Wait, what did Marshall say? I didn't even.
Soccer, man. He said soccer.
Oh,
The S word, man.
Danny Alves too; he's up there too.
what?
Could be.
Yeah,
Wait.
Robinho.
Nah,
There's players up there.
We have to respond to this, man. I have to listen. I'll give you some facts about Neymar, right? I'll give you some facts about Neymar. Number one, he is on course to reach the top scorer in Brazil, right? Like none of the players you mentioned have done that. And I'll tell you what, for me, I'll give you some context about myself. My GOAT, my personal GOAT, who I love watching, is Ronaldinho. But I don't think Neymar is better than him. But I think I haven't seen a player like Ronaldinho since Neymar. Like generational wise, I think the talent, what he does on the pitch, I haven't seen anyone like him. I think we're talking, and your point about the league, about the French league, I want to actually understand this. For me, I've been thinking about our league, right, the Premier League. In the last couple of seasons, who has dominated this league? It's been Liverpool, Man City. Right?
Yeah.
I think similarly, if you look at France, it's been PSG for a long time. I know it's just PSG. I know it's just Bayern Munich in Italy. I know it's just Juventus. But I think we're slowly reaching those levels, man. When it comes to the Premier League, I think in the Premier League we have 6 good teams and 14 bad teams. Not to turn this into a league debate, but I think I'm just giving you context about how like not very competitive our league is. So I think the whole argument about him coming here, I don't know. Like I've seen him do it in Champions. Listen, I've seen him take his team from 4-0 down, against PSG, carry his team to a 6-1 win, something that's record breaking. For me, just to summarize, Neymar for me is currently on form the best player in the world. I don't think Messi is better. I think he is. I think that's my unpopular opinion.
This is what I mean. Look, look, like I said in the very beginning, I don't take away his talent. This guy can make like half a team in France if he wanted to. Like he is
Marshall.
very technically, yeah.
Just a point about your injuries. I've got to, sorry, your tackling. I'll tell you what. I'm looking at Hazard's career, right? Hazard's career has been cut short at 31 years old because he gets kicked every week, by those Brexit footballers in the Premier League, Stoke City and Burnley. Got kicked every week, muscle injuries every week. He's got ankle injuries. Now Neymar, I can't deny that he dies. I can't deny that he's dramatic. But I think even he's becoming injury prone. I think he's protecting himself. Jack Grealish, similarly, man. I think diving is important. I'm sorry, people don't like diving, but at the end of the day, these people they're protecting themselves because when you see contacts coming, you go down easy because you don't want to get hurt. That's why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Slendz, and I totally get that, which is why I brought up Jack Grealish. When he dives, he doesn't necessarily dive because he wants to draw a foul. He dives because I need to protect myself, and we totally get that because you said Eden Hazard. Look at him now. I don't know what happened, but I'm assuming he got injured again. So
answer your question.
We're breaking. Hold on, Will. Yeah, players, they can't just be taking blows like that all the time. They do have to protect themselves. I get that 100%. But to the extent to where you start diving to get advantage or to play the whistle, that is where you start losing respect for me. You need to play the game. If you want to be one of the best, be one of the best by playing the game, not by cheating the game.
It's part of the game, though, man. It's actually part of the game. Sorry, go on.
Kai, before you go, can I just ask one question?
Sure.
How many Champions Leagues have Barcelona won since Neymar left? 0.
None.
Exactly. So you can't really say it. And he scored in the Champions League final, didn't he?
So what is the point of this question, though? Is the point of this question to try to tell me that because Neymar left that team wasn't capable of winning? Neymar is the sole reason why that team cannot win a Champions League?
No, that's not. But
that's the point. Then what's the point of asking me that question, Will?
Okay, both of you. Let me. Marshall, you know I love you, right? But for that,
whenever you start with, I love you, that's when I know this is going sour.
I love you.
All due respect.
For that comment, you deserve to go into a cage match with Sub-Zero, man, from Mortal Kombat, just for making the fucking comment, man. Literally, Neymar was one of the greatest Barcelonas ever when he played with Messi, right? Like that's like you ask any Barcelona fan, they would see that front three is the best they've seen in Barcelona for some time.
Disagree.
For some time. And then the only thing you can kind of blame Neymar for is for him going to PSG. But if you look at the amount of money he's making at PSG, and if you look at the life that he had at Brazil before that, I can't really blame him. Same thing with Oscar. But saying he's overrated because he made a bad, if you say footballing decision, you can't really do that because he proved himself at Barcelona at the highest level. And that Barcelona was unstoppable. You know what I mean? That's why I cannot agree with you, man.
What I like to compare it to.
One last point. Yeah.
What's up?
I'll give you one last point. I think for me, when I look at Ronaldinho, I think the one thing that he might lack, as my goal, the one thing he might lack is probably the numbers, right? The numbers that the players are putting in today, the Mbappe's, the Haalands, the Ronaldos. I don't think he has the numbers, But I think what I respect about Neymar, is that he does the talent. He does the Jogo Bonito on the pitch, yet he still has the numbers. I don't think any player in the world has that thing, man. The numbers that he has are incredible. So that's my last argument. That's what I'll say about Neymar.
That's what I mean, though. Okay. So, Kai brought up that he helped Barcelona win the Champions League. And Will brings up the fact that he has a Champions League under his belt.
What's it called? The sextuple or something? Sextuple? What is it called? Like the first Barcelona ever to win 6 trophies in one season?
Oh, yeah, the sextuple, yeah.
You have to take into considerations as well, man.
And I get that. That's what I'm saying. He has the talent. But do I think he's the greatest player? Do I think he's the greatest player ever? No. Do I think he's the greatest Brazilian of all time? No, I don't. I think he's overrated in that sense. You could win a Champions League for all I care.
He's not overrated, man. Overrated compared to who? Compared to who is overrated? Compared to who?
Ronaldo.
If you ask every Brazilian, they'll say either R9 or Ronaldinho is the greatest Brazilian.
Yeah, that's true. And I live with a Brazilian, so I can confirm that.
Yeah.
But when you say someone is overrated, right? For me, players like Adoy, Mount, they are overrated by our fans. But that doesn't mean they're not good players. They're just overrated from the level we put them in. But that doesn't mean they're not good players.
Let me explain. The reason I say overrated is because you look at and I don't know what kind of argument you would get in for this, but you could look at players like Messi and Ronaldo who have output those same numbers, right? Maybe less, maybe more, but they didn't do all the dramatic diving shit. They did it over and over and over again consistently. They have carried their team single-handedly as well, like you're saying Neymar has done for PSG. You know, like even at PSG, having Mbappe with him, he couldn't win the Champions League. And I know. And is like, you know, that you could say Mbappe didn't take his fucking chances. We get that. You know, it's not Neymar's fault.
That Barcelona team was so much better. So much better.
And it is. Yeah. But that's also a reason, like, when you have a better team, kind of like what Ronaldo had or what Messi had back in his day, like it helps you win the Champions League. So I don't like to say I don't like to use like, oh, how many Champions League do you have under your belt as a comparison? Okay, like how many Champions Leagues the PK and Puyol have under their belt? You know what I mean? Doesn't mean like PK is the best defender in the game right now. They have a bunch of Champions League. That's a stupid measurement for a player's talent.
That's my point. You've got to be a world class, one of the best players in the world to start in that team, surely.
Yeah, and you do. But this is what I mean. Ronaldo has done it consistently. Messi has done it consistently. And they did it without having to play the dirty side of the game all the time. They had the skill to do it. They had the genius and intelligence to play the game.
Let me just add my short opinion before I add someone to this who has a rebuttal for you.
And then we move on from Neymar and
I don't think Neymar's overrated. I don't agree with Slendz that he's the best player in the world today. Actually, for the first time in my lifetime, I can't name the best player in the world at this moment in time. So no one's stepping up. I think though, for Neymar's legacy, he has to win the Champions League with PSG and play well in that final as well. But
I don't think he's gonna.
But that's not fair. I don't know, Andrew. For me, that's not fair to give him to that responsibility. It's like people saying, let me finish. Guardiola is successful at City. Wait, Andrew. It's like saying Pep Guardiola should win the Champions League in order for him to be successful at City. But people are not taking into consideration he won 3 Premier Leagues from the 5 seasons.
No, I just think overall.
I'm sorry, but
I just think overall, he has to get it off his back, so to speak. You know, get it like
in a sense. I get that, but this is what I mean.
Winning the league title in France, he's always going to do that. Okay, or most times he's going to do that. So
to your point and to Kai's point, this is what I mean. Like just because you win a Champions League under the team, just because you don't win a Champions League, doesn't mean that you're not a successful player. You're not a talented player. If that is your measurement, if you have won a Champions League, that is your measurement of either whether or not a player is world class or overrated or whatever, then Zlatan sucks. Zlatan isn't good.
That's not the argument, Marshall. We're saying that.
How dare you, man?
I'm just saying. No, I rate Zlatan. I think Zlatan's amazing, and the fact that he's still doing it is incredible. But Will, you like to downplay Zlatan because you always say whenever you mention Zlatan, you always say, "Oh, Champions League flop. He's never won a Champions League."
I joke around with Zlatan because I don't like him. I'm not doubting.
How can you like Zlatan, man?
Zlatan's not overrated because I don't like him. Yeah. That makes no sense.
Will, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Do you not like Zlatan because he said that thing about Swedish women football?
I don't watch Swedish women football. So
is that why you don't like him because of the comment he made that it's not real football?
No, that's not to do with that.
Okay, guys, all right. Can I ask Marshall a question before we move on? Yeah. Marshall,
I just want to get on.
Ahmad wants to say something too.
Yeah, I know. It's going to help his point because I know you're going to help his point, Ahmed.
Okay.
Who do you prefer, Mbappe or Neymar? For you.
Are we talking about like in the current Chelsea team or like what's the context here?
I'd say preference for you personally. At
you
the
mean
current
Chelsea
moment, who's the best player?
Like Chelsea or in general? Like what do you feel?
In general, for you, who's the best?
In general. Look. God damn, man. That's a hard question because I want to say everyone says, "Oh, it's just Neymar, pick Neymar." No, it's not that simple. It's not that simple because you can go Neymar because he'll give you instant success right now. You can go Neymar because he will give you instant success right now, or you can go Mbappe, who you know is really good right now and can grow into even surpass Neymar when it comes to talent. Yeah. I think I want to say Mbappe just because like I feel like Mbappe has the potential to surpass Neymar when it comes to talent when he gets to that age.
Okay, Ahmad, thanks for joining us.
All right,
Defend your
Ahmad.
boy.
Oh, rip me a
Defend
new
your
one.
boy.
Marshall. Who compared Neymar with Ronaldo and Messi? Can I just ask you that?
No one did. People do, but I'm
how
sure.
can you say that Neymar is a diver, but not that girl Cristiano Ronaldo? The only thing he does this season is to dive. He gets touched in the box and he dives like a girl. So
It's
you
true,
can't say
to be
Neymar
fair.
is a diver and Ronaldo isn't a diver. It's such a weak because Neymar, he isn't a diver. He overreacts
Isn't a
when he gets
How you
tackled.
say that? Ahmed.
Ahmad, come on, man. I can look up I can Google search Neymar diving compilation and like 50 videos will pop up.
This is
Ahmed,
different.
it's haram to lie, man. It's haram to lie, man.
Ahmad, keep going.
Marshall,
Keep going, Ahmad. Keep going.
There's a difference by diving and overreacting. I think Suarez is the biggest diver because he doesn't even get touched and he dives. Neymar actually gets tackled because the way he plays, but he overreacts when he's down on the floor. It's the
I
difference.
actually agree with that. Yeah, I agree.
And
There is
I
in a
completely
sense,
agree
yeah.
with Slendz. I completely agree with Slendz. Right now, I think Neymar is the best player in the world because he's in his prime right now. And that Barcelona team he was in, when they won the Champions League, Neymar got the most goals and assists in the knockout competitions. So Neymar was probably the most important player in the Champions League. And the season after, Neymar carried them in the comeback against PSG even. So for me, man, you can't say Neymar is overrated just because he dives or I don't know what your point was.
No, I get that. I get that he steps up during Champions League. But if you want to be the best player in the world, you have to consistently do that. Not just in Champions League, not just in big games. Why is PSG losing to Nantes? Obviously he didn't play, but like why? You know, like
injured for a while.
But even when he wasn't injured, when he has played games, there are games he just doesn't show up because he doesn't take it seriously.
No, I disagree.
But Ahmad,
Mbappe-
can I ask you a
Mbappe-
question, Ahmad?
Yeah, ask me.
Okay. Last
Is
bit
Neymar your
on
most
Neymar,
injured
yeah?
player this season?
Last
Yeah,
bit
let's
on
bit time people because we have to move. We have like an hour and a half show.
Yeah.
No, we don't want to.
What was your question, Will?
Yeah, has Neymar been injured more than any other PSG player this season?
Yeah, in his whole PSG career, he's only played 50% of the games. So the guy has been injured, I think he has like 100 games and 80 goals and like 50
Incredible,
assists. Or
man.
something.
Incredible.
His goals
This question confuses me, man.
and he has more. I think he has more goals. than
Now,
Ronaldinho.
why do you hate
Right
Kai?
So for me, it's and Mbappe is much worse than Neymar. Because if it's someone who is unmotivated, is Mbappe. Because sometimes he doesn't even show up in games. Neymar is always motivated. He carries us in some games. When we need to rely on individual brilliance, like yesterday, Mbappe doesn't show up because he isn't that kind of player. Neymar is the kind of player that he can do everything on the ball. This decade, the only guy who has been ability-wise better than Neymar is Messi. But those two are generational talents.
Ahmed, can I ask you a question, man? Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, bro.
Do you think PSG can win the Champions League this season? Do you think you're favorites? Honestly, because you know it's haram to lie, man. So honestly, do you think PSG are favorite to win the Champions League? Because I think it's one of the favorites, man.
I would say this: we are not favorites. However, I think we're one of the favorites, top 3 in Europe. I think it's between us.
That is the most Swedish response you ever gave me, man. So politically correct, man. Like even if you are wrong, you still said something right, man.
Okay, on form, City and Bayern Munich has been better than us this season, but I think we can beat them on our day because we have the players.
All right.
But it's definitely not Chelsea.
Okay, let's before we move on to Kai. Before we move on
Thank
to
you for having me, guys. I just wanted to come
Of course,
Okay.
Iman, of course.
I'm actually
Say
my
whatever you want, mate.
I enjoy the debate and the banter. So
I heard Marshall's comments. I needed to park my car just to come in.
that's why we call it unpopular opinions, baby.
Oh man! Wow, you're
thank you
affecting
for having me,
someone's
guys.
driving. See you, pal. Can't.
Good luck.
Take care.
Before we move on to Kai's popular opinion,
Should I go or should Will? I think Will.
all right, we're going to Will's one. Sorry, like
I don't
we
have
said-
one yet. I'm still
okay,
trying to
Slendz
think.
one then. We're going to
Yo,
Slendz one.
Will, just talk.
Yeah. What do you mean?
An
Don't have
unpopular
one?
opinion will pop out.
Chat. You know what's funny, chat? We'll always have unpopular opinions. We're not live. When we're in the group chat, he has like 1,000 opinions.
Yeah, exactly. How can you not have one?
Will was a
That's
walking
ridiculous.
on
yeah, I mean,
literally.
Okay,
Whatever he
before we
says.
move on to
doesn't show his face.
Kai,
an opinion, man.
Guys, before we move on to Slendz one, then sorry, Slendz, to put you on the chopping block here. Like and share the video and subscribe to his channel. We're about 40 subs away from 1K, so that means the access to Kai's OnlyFans account and also Will's face reveal as well.
Never agreed to this.
That's
never
not the
agreed.
No. Sorry, Will. We heard you.
It's in the contract, man.
Verbal contract. One point on diving. It's just part of the game now, and also I don't hear any Chelsea fans.
Unfortunately,
I don't hear any Chelsea fans complain about diving with some of the players we've had. So let's go ahead. But yeah,
especially with Drogba dived like a fucking ballerina, man.
And also we've got Mason Mount and Kai Havertz in the chat. Thanks a lot, guys. But yeah, Slendz,
they're having a fight there.
Please, mate, Slendz.
Are we going with mine? Yeah.
What's your opinion?
All right, let's go, man. Let's go. All right. So, my opinion is that David Luiz is still one of the best centre backs in the league, if not in the world. He is.
Oh my god!
In the world.
He is.
Maybe not the world.
Nah, he's better than Neymar. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally
Let's let him land.
I'll tell you why. I
just
think number one, I hate to talk about experience, but experience is important in this. I look at his trophy cabinet. I think, listen, Champions League, yeah, Premier League, Europa League, FA Cup, French League. He's one of the most decorated players ever, right? You could say that. Number two, I think I look at his experience because I don't think a defender relies on their physicality. So they'll always have that experience. They always have that mental ability to just be good. I think, listen, I acknowledge that he makes mistakes. But what I'll say is I've seen Van Dijk make a lot of mistakes. I've seen Company make mistakes. I've seen John Terry making mistakes. I just think when it comes to Luiz, because we live in a social media era, everything he does is so projected. It's so it's always publicized. But I think honestly, when he plays good, Arsenal win. I think before he left with Sarri, he was incredible. With Kante, we won the league when he came back. I think, listen, he even came back to Chelsea and scored a header that broke my heart. Yeah, but I still think honestly, on his day, I have not seen anyone better than him spray the ball. Like the way he sprays the ball is so good. He's a different outlet. Like he's a completely different outlet. He can honestly open up a whole side of the pitch for you. His long balls are incredible.
Slendz.
But what? Yes, bro.
Yeah, okay. Let him
ask. Did you finish?
Yeah,
last thing I'll say. Yeah. I think this team Arsenal might be 10th, but he hasn't been fit, and whenever he is fit, they get the win. So that's what I'll say, man.
I agree with Slendz, by the way. I just have to put that out there.
You're sexual, Will. I knew you're gonna. I knew Will is gonna be the only one who agrees with him.
Go on, Kai. Did you want to? Go on, Kai.
Yeah, I wanted to ask him a question, but he already answered. I want to ask him, Slendz, what position is Arsenal if he's so fucking world class?
I know you. I knew it. But listen. We had John Terry when we were 10th. Yeah, we had John Terry and we were 10th. Don't forget that, man. Mourinho. It's the truth.
We won before that, man. Arsenal has been in the league for like fucking 4 years. Haven't won the Europa League, man.
It's his second season, man.
And they had David Luiz.
Yeah, but they finished 8th and now they're 10th. In his first
they won a trophy, bruv. Listen, he played well.
Come on, man.
I'm not a Luiz sexual. I'm not, but I just think he's whenever he does something, everyone's like, oh, he's terrible. He's not. Listen, he's not a sexual Bob, man. He's
Slendz. Just the comment Slendz said right now about David Luiz. I can imagine he has like that David Luiz wig in his closet, man.
By the way, someone said in the comment, yeah, he's a Chelsea legend. He is. I agree. He's 100. Listen, he played the Champions League final, yeah, with a fucking broken hamstring, bruv. Incredible guy, man. He was incredible that game as well, and he scored a great penalty. So yeah, man, that's me in it.
Can I say why I agree?
Why?
I mean, I don't.
Now you want to talk, Will?
I don't even agree. I don't agree that he's one of the best in the world necessarily, but he's for sure underrated, and I think he'd start for us if I'm being honest. I think he'd still start for us. I think he's better than Zuma.
Especially under Tuchel, by the way.
Yeah. Especially, he's one of the best technical defenders I've ever seen on the ball. One of the best. Because I swear, when we signed him, wasn't he a midfielder? Was he a defensive midfielder?
No. I think he was a fullback. I think he was a fullback, man.
Okay. Yeah, I think
he's
he's.
a
I think
fullback.
he's underrated. I wouldn't say he's. I would not. I wouldn't say he's world class. He's definitely not world class anymore. And
Can I-
I'd just say he's a.
I
I'd
think he
say
ever was.
defender.
Can I-
That's what
Can I
think.
just say this comment's factually wrong? Peter Cech was man of the match in the Champions League final.
No, but it was a man of match performance from Luiz, by the way.
Yeah. Fine. It's fine.
It was.
I
I
just
watched
want-
that game
Peter-
too many times.
Peter Cech to get his flowers. You know what I mean? So,
But you man, of course.
Marshall, response to to that one, because I think his opinion was more outrageous than your opinion.
Wow. It's like we got Luiz when Ancelotti took over, right? Around that time?
Yeah, second season,
A little
January 2011.
a little bit before.
January 2011.
Yeah, it was.
we signed him.
It was.
Same month as Torres.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I never rated him, even from back then, even when he was playing well, because I feel like Luiz, he has potential. He has great talent, but his football IQ is like caveman status. This guy's an idiot. No, because when you look at his mistakes, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I'll give him his flowers where they belong. Like, he does have great passing ability. You even see it right now with Arsenal. The way he pings ball, he's like what Thiago Silva does for us. He's just pinging balls and passing like all that stuff. It's great. It's fantastic, and he does have brilliant defensive moments. But when he makes mistakes, they are some of the stupidest mistakes that I've seen when it comes to watching football. It's literally like you can and let's and the other thing too, when we're trying to compare like how good a player is and how bad it is, like I hate bringing up trophies because I think it's a stupid way to measure how good a player is, because if we want to bring up trophies, then Solomon Kalou is one of our greatest strikers, and the guy was on the bench half the time. You know, like it's it's a dumb argument. But okay,
It's not a dumb argument if you play
No.
extremely well.
Hold on. No, wait. The reason I brought up trophies is because listen, he came back and we won the title.
He's experienced.
He was, but the thing is, he played every single game that season, bro. So I have to consider him as an important part of that trophy.
In a back three, in a back three, those Slendz.
Bro, a back three is a back three, bro. Do you know what I mean? Listen, does
back
Bonucci or
three-
Chiellini look worse?
Even Christensen looks fucking world class in a back fucking three.
let me just remind everyone.
Yeah.
What World Cup was it? Was it
14.
2014.
Thank you. You know exactly where I'm going with this.
I know where you're going.
David Luiz was in that lineup when they got
7-2.
smacked and bitched around. I think it was 8-2
Marshall, I got a rebuttal for that.
7-1. 7-1.
by
got a
Germany.
rebuttal for
Or
that.
7-1.
I can
It was
rebuttal you. Hold on.
record-breaking, Slendz.
I can rebuttal you. Is Marcelo a
Okay.
good left back?
Yeah.
the best.
Back then he was,
One of the
yeah.
best.
Exactly.
Yeah, and he was in that back line, bro, and he held 7 as well. It doesn't. You can't base it on one game. You can't. You know what I mean?
Okay, I mean,
That's
that's fair. That's fair.
Elvis as well. Then Elvis as well. He's like one of the best. Like
No, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
team
yeah.
just completely dropped the ball that day.
Did you ask if Marcelo was a good left back?
Andrew, I don't want to hear Andrew's answer.
Yeah, I
actually.
did. Yeah.
He's
No.
crap.
Don't.
He's crap.
Oh my
Ah.
So,
Yo, are we just gonna stick with Brazilian theme for this whole unpopular opinion?
By the way, can I have a small rant about our Brazilians, man? I'm gonna give you a good metaphor, man.
yeah, come on.
You know when
This wasn't bad.
you know when you open that pickle jar, right? And you have one pickle at the bottom of the fucking barrel, man.
Yeah.
Those are the level of fucking Brazilians that we had, other than Thiago Silva and maybe Ramirez, arguably. William, to me,
okay, I'll
should
have
have no fucking place playing for Chelsea for that
Right.
fucking
Yeah,
long.
I said it. What?
37 fucking goals in 7 years. That's a fucking shame, man. Shame
That
on
is
that
pretty
fucking guy, man. David Luiz was good, but he you know what? David Luiz is as fucking consistent as fucking Donald Trump's policies, man. The guy fucking plays in this.
I know exactly what you mean by that.
I like David Luiz, man. I like David Luiz, but come on, people overrated our Brazilian players, man.
Yeah,
Monster had the nerve to argue with me that William was a good player, man. Oh man,
No
oh
way.
man. I'm sorry, man. I cannot rate those Brazilians.
I
that we
agree with
signed.
you, man. Even
Never
Oscar,
signed
like,
like
Oscar-
Alex was a decent one too. Alex was probably our best Brazilian defender ever.
Wait. Did people say Oscar was world class?
No.
He was an Oscar. He was so inconsistent.
they said
man.
Oscar
If you
was good.
watch him, man. No, he was good. But he was so inconsistent, man. Sometimes he would get like
Bro.
he would.
Oh no, someone did say Oscar was world class.
Kai, he scores great goals, but he's not a great goal scorer. That's what it is. People remember his great goals.
Yeah,
Consistently,
yes, but Diego Costa wasn't really Brazilian when he played for us. He played for Spain. I'm saying like players who played for the Brazilian team. Man.
Do you know who plays
But do you guys know what I mean? We never had that Brazilian who was like thought of.
But who plays who plays Pro Evolution Soccer? Yeah.
Well,
Like the old,
shame on you if
the
you
old,
do,
the
man.
old ones, right? Do you remember when
Yeah,
you started off?
Do
Do you remember when you started off like a career mode or whatever, playing the game? You picked a club, but you never got the actual players that were in that club at that time.
Yeah.
That's what these Brazilians are, man. That's what these
Castolo,
Brazilians are.
Jimenez, man.
You get stuck with them, and then you sell them when you get
Bottom of the barrel fucking
I
players.
thought you were
man.
starting. You said the older ones. I'm like winning 11 before it was even like
I remember winning
PES.
11, yeah.
No, when they had no
Yeah, it was
faces.
irrelevant,
When they
man.
had,
That's when
they had generic faces, all the players. That was-
Yeah, but it's man, it used to be. I remember when 11 first came, people used
Yeah,
to love
winning
it.
11 was the shit.
They would just start looking like an anime, man. The players start looking like anime characters.
No,
Fuck that, man.
Kai's exactly. Let me just say something. David Luiz. David Luiz. I'm not ready to call him a Chelsea legend yet, but he was a very good player for us.
But he was better than
I
William.
never
was.
wanted him.
Oh yeah. I'm not saying he
He's
wasn't.
definitely a
David
legend,
Luiz.
man.
David Luiz is
Definitely.
one of my favorite
I had-
players, but in a back two, he's always prone
Yeah.
to mistakes. Back three,
Yeah.
he was great.
Yeah.
But I will say, I'll agree with Kai. This generation of Brazilians, man. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Our generation of Brazil, we didn't have any good Brazilians.
Our
Man.
generation of Brazilians are absolute trash at this moment in time.
He doesn't even make it to the Brazilian squad anymore. And again, I mean that speaks to levels on the quality of Thiago Silva and Marquinhos, but he doesn't even make the bench.
I think he retired, man. I think he retired
Bro,
from
I-
Brazilian thing.
I didn't forget.
fair.
I didn't forget Ramirez. I said maybe
Yeah, he
Ramirez,
said Ramirez.
and Thiago are exempt for that description.
Ramirez-
I
It's
put
very
I
underrated.
put Alex up there. In my
Alex for his free
opinion. I
kicks,
put
man.
Alex.
For his free kicks.
Come on, are we gonna really do the free kicks? William was the master of the free kicks, but the guy couldn't take a corner, man. He hit one of the fucking handicapped kids behind the goal, man. Let's not talk about free kicks and set pieces. Like, come on, man.
All right. Has everyone had their finish on David Luiz? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Kai, let's go. Oh.
You wanna go, Will, or should I? Because mine, I know it's.
I mean,
No,
I-
Kai, no, hang on, no, Kai, you're right. Let's do Will because you keep building this up, so it better be fucking good.
yeah, it is very good, man.
Let's
It's
go,
very
Will.
good, man.
You must
I
have thought
don't.
something
Okay,
by now.
tell me if this. I've got two. Tell me if I'm going to go with one, and if it's not unpopular, just
No,
tell
decide
me
what you
I'm
like,
right.
Will. Come on, just decide one that you.
Okay, that Luka Modric is a far better footballer than Steven Gerrard, and anyone else that disagrees are.
That's not an unpopular opinion, man. That's
That's not unpopular
anybody
at all,
will
man.
agree with you,
Okay.
man.
Ciro Immobile is one of the most overrated strikers in world football, and people only rate him due to FIFA and goals and
No
assists.
one rates him.
on a-
No one
on a
rates him.
stat.
Another one.
They
will.
do.
Nah.
I've had arguments with people on Twitter about this, saying he's shit. He's so limited. He's one of the most.
Go back to argue with those people then.
He's one of the. Okay,
That's
I'll
why
have
I
another
Twitter,
one.
man.
I'll-
I left Twitter because people like you, man, who passionately would argue everything, man.
Okay,
Like, you literally-
This is actually an unpopular opinion, yeah.
Fair enough. Go on.
Fernandinho has had a better Premier League legacy and overall
Kante.
will be remembered as a better player than Kante.
Swear to
Yes,
God.
I said it. I said it.
I mean,
Mm.
he's not totally
Any particular
wrong
reason
because
He's had more good seasons in my opinion. He's performed to a higher level over
Okay.
a more consistent period of time. He's also won more while doing it. He's so underrated. He's sound
Yeah.
defensively. He can play
Mm.
centre back. He can sit
Yeah.
and he can
Yeah.
on the ball. He even you could even argue he's still world class. You
Yeah.
even could argue it. He's
Yeah.
won more. You know, he's played under multiple managers and still won. So yeah.
Okay. Okay, let me do this. I'll go first.
Okay, you
he's
go
not had a
first.
better thing than Kante. Kante.
no,
took
we
Leicester-
really
Let me
hold on.
finish,
Side
let me
note,
finish. Let me no. No, let me finish.
I'm just
No, let me finish. Let me finish. No, let me go. Let me go.
And
go.
a while,
Let me
man.
go. Let me go. He's not had a better. Kante
Yes,
took
sir.
Leicester to, no, let me finish. Kante took Leicester to a Premier League title back to back. Then he took Chelsea to a beleaguered Chelsea to a Premier League title. He then took France to a World Cup final. He's played under multiple managers and he's been injured.
Got
recently.
subbed off in that World Cup final.
Sorry, did Fernandinho? Sorry, hang on. Did Fernandinho get to a World Cup final, semi-final?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. You
Yeah,
can use
that's
that point.
fine.
That's fine.
Okay, and I expect Fernandinho to win titles when he's at City under the greatest
That's
manager
a
of Pep.
shit. That's a shit
Yeah?
argument. That
Bro,
is-
he takes the Costa our team, man. That's no, give him a free pass. He played with
So,
Zappa
no, I
Costa,
don't-
bro.
Trumps
fucking Costa.
you because he's already done it with Leicester and back-to-back with Chelsea and the World Cup.
Yeah, he kind of
so-
got you with the Leicester one.
No,
Yeah,
he
that's-
hasn't got- he hasn't got
Andrew.
the Leicester
Yeah, the
one.
season before.
Okay,
Hold on,
man.
wait. The season before Kante came, we won the league, so we expect to win league titles as well, right?
Exactly.
When we signed Kante.
But the
I'm
problem
not
is,
agreeing with what he's
the problem
saying.
is City. I've looked at Chelsea and they've taken all the best bits at how Chelsea are run, and not done all the shit bits of how Chelsea are run.
Yes,
Yeah.
And
true.
the
They run
last
better.
10 years,
Okay,
the last 10
give you
years,
a list?
they've been a better run club than us. They're the
How?
best run club in the league.
Andrew,
They're the best run
Andrew.
club in the league.
Fernandinho won the league in his debut season with player who. Okay, they're Demaké this remember. Joe Hart, most overrated goalkeeper in Premier League history. Zabaleta was slowly deteriorating. Yeah, he
wasn't. That was his prime. That was his prime.
Okay,
I'm sorry. No.
I'm sorry. Zabaleta had 11, 12. Okay, actually no, it was 13, 14. Fair enough. Who was
I'm
at
gonna
left back?
respond, man.
Clichy. Gale Clichy, one of the
Kodorov.
shittiest left backs.
Okay.
And Kodorov, okay, but he was overrated as well. He couldn't defend.
Okay.
Okay, who else? Okay, Yaya Toure, David Silva, fair enough. And the manager, Pellegrini, the shittest, arguably, what shit managers have won the league? Like,
Okay, no, that's my argument.
He could argue.
Will,
No, you can't disrespect
Apart from-
Pellegrini, man.
apart
That
from-
City
apart
team played
from-
some fucking sexy
I love
football,
how
man.
I love how like
They did.
15 unpopular opinions came out of this one
He's
from.
arguably the worst manager to ever win a Premier League. Arguably.
okay, I'll stop you right there, Will. I'll stop you right there. Kante won the Premier League under Claudio Ranieri.
Okay. Do you want me to
Worse
bring
than
up more
him.
points?
Hang on.
That's not just my only point.
Hang
If
on.
that's the
He
only
played.
point
He
you've got,
played.
you-
He
you've
played.
lost.
He played with a striker up front called Osazaki with Vardy. He played in a back four where he had what's his name, Johnny Evans, not Johnny Evans, Robert Hoof and Wes Morgan.
Wait.
He did.
I'll answer that.
He came
Well,
to
let me
Chelsea.
reply.
He came to Chelsea and won the league. Were the two best wing backs
And what's he doing
in the world
now?
playing at the time.
Oh, hold on.
Victor
Wait,
Moses,
wait.
Victor Moses,
Wait,
Alonso, and Gary Cahill at the back.
Andrew,
Yeah.
what I'll say is, wait, hold on. Well, Andrew, what I'll say is, using the Leicester example is very I don't like it because it's an anomaly. We have to agree. It's a 5,000.
It doesn't matter. It's true.
No, but it's just difficult to use it as an example, man. Because I could use it to rebuttal anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, but for example, you know, people tell you, if people tell you need to spend money to win a
It's what
league
they call a
title,
trump card.
is that
Trump
true or
card.
not? But it's
It's
just
a
difficult to use it, man.
It's a trump card that doesn't even work.
It does.
It does. It destroys you and blows you out the water.
It doesn't because look
It
what
does.
Fernandinho's done after that shit.
You
team.
came up and said
He
you
won.
said, oh,
He's a
he
part
won
of
it
the-
under
he's a part of that
Pellegrini.
100-point winning
You said he
team.
won it under Pellegrini, who's
Yeah,
the
that's
worst
one of my
manager, and I
points.
said
That's not my
Ranieri.
whole
That
point.
trumps
That's
you
not my
right
whole
there.
point.
You know what?
The Formidables, where he won the Community Shield and the domestic treble.
Christian
the first time done.
Fuchs. Christian
first-
Fuchs at
I
left
don't
back.
give a shit about Christian Fuchs.
Bro.
I don't give a shit. You don't win
Fuck
more.
Christian
You-
Fuchs.
Wait a minute. You don't win more for
Fuck
being in a
Christian
shitter
Fuchs.
team. That's not how it
It's,
works.
it's
You
not,
get the same
it's
process.
not even
You get the same
Bro, he played next to a stay dehydrated
couldn't give
campaign,
a
man.
toss.
Fucking
I
Leicester.
couldn't
I am
give
not having
a
any of that
toss.
stuff, man.
Fernandinho has had a better Premier League career than N'Golo
No.
Kante,
No,
and
he's
you guys want to
Man,
decide.
he played
Kante
Wait.
team.
Fernandinho's
I don't
won it
know.
three
I'm
times,
not having
right?
that.
Yeah,
He's won it 3 times, right?
Yeah.
That's his only won it twice.
yeah, but can
Yeah, but we just
And
said we just agreed trophies that make a player, though. We just agreed to that like a few.
But he was
also-
instrumental in it
that
and was
that
their
Leicester
best
he
one,
was
player.
that
instrumental.
Leicester, that
He was
Leicester
their
one
best-
equals
wait a
5
minute,
titles of anyone else.
Fernandinho was their best player, and I swear he won City Player of the Year when they won the domestic treble. Player of the fucking season. Apart from maybe, I swear he even won it over Raheem Sterling. I
Bro,
swear he even won it.
but-
Sorry, you mean the
Sorry,
City
overrated.
one? So you mean the
David
City one?
Silva, like
Yes, the City one.
Oh,
Well,
do you mean like Kante won the writers and the players player in
Okay,
16,
what did
17?
Kante lost in a? Did he play in the cup final? Yeah, where he lost where Kante got done by Wenger and per fucking Mertesacker. Yeah, he was there, wasn't he? He
Why
was
do you
there.
hate Kante?
Midfielder.
Why
He's
do
a
you hate
midfielder,
him?
man.
He does
hate
it,
him.
man. He does it.
You hate him.
I didn't
I
even
don't
want to say
understand.
this, but you put
I
me
don't
on
understand
the
why you
spot,
hate
now
him.
I'm ranting.
Any excuse you to bag a Kante, you hate him. Like
I
the other
don't
day,
think Kante.
the other
It's
day when he
unpopular
plays well
opinion,
against
Andrew.
Liverpool,
It's
you go,
unpopular opinion.
"Oh, he's okay. He's okay."
Andrew.
He was
Will,
okay.
Will is entitled to his opinion, even though it's wrong. We
He is.
respect
It's
his
not wrong.
opinion.
Yeah.
It's not wrong. It's not wrong.
Wait, hold
He's
on,
won more
guys. Can
Premier
I say
League
something?
titles.
Hold on. You know what?
Yeah,
Wait,
of
hold
course
on.
you can.
You know what? Yeah.
Look
If
how
you think
polite
about it,
Slendz has
if you think
became.
about
Man. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah.
If you think about it, yeah, I think Fernandinho might have a better Premier League career, but I don't think he's a better player because of
I
how
don't
much
think
he's
he's
won.
even close to Kante. man.
Prime Kante. Okay, can I actually?
No, he's not a better player. He's not.
Wait a
But he's
minute.
had a
Let me
better Premier League
reiterate.
career.
Let me reiterate. Prime Kante is probably better than Prime Fernandinho, but
No, not probably,
Fernandinho has had a
He
better
is
career
better.
and will be remembered as the better player.
No,
He will.
He won't.
will.
He won't.
I don't
know
think
about
so.
that.
No,
He won't,
I
mate.
disagree
He
with
won't.
that.
You know what I love
Right.
about this?
Right.
You know what I
Man,
love about this unpopular opinions show? We've had 3 unpopular opinions, all of them revolving around Brazilians. I'm just gonna change the thumbnail to a flag of Brazil, man. Unpopular opinions.
Well, my unpopular opinion doesn't have any Brazilians, but it's
All right. We'll find a way.
yeah.
I can't wait for Kai's one, man. Come on.
Bro,
Yeah.
my unpopular opinion is gonna make a lot of people and to catch a predator character is very mad, man. I'm just saying.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
god.
Oh,
I think
no.
I know where this is going.
Please
Oh,
direct
yeah,
all
I
your
do
hate
know
to
it.
Kai. Please direct all your hate to Kai.
Let's go, man. Let's
Fair
do
warning,
this.
guys. This show is called Unpopular Opinions for a reason.
And
Don't
it's
don't go
no
too
filter.
crazy.
And it's
Are
no
we done?
filter.
Are we done?
Go on.
I
Yeah.
think,
We'll
I think
do it,
close
man.
done.
All right.
That guy said me, but oh my god.
Put myself on mute.
You want to go ahead, Slendz? You still have something to say about the whole content?
No, I'm done, man. I'm gonna go mute as well.
All right.
Go on.
Okay. My unpopular opinion. I mean, it could be popular for a lot of people. That Chelsea are having a midlife crisis right now. We're acting like these people have like at 40 they realize that they want their motorcycle license, man. That's what Chelsea is doing right now with the youth. I think Chelsea are being left behind City and all that stuff because we are turning into a glorified Southampton, man. We have a bunch of good youth players, but we're making them seem like they're world class, amazing talent who are going to be Messi and Ronaldo level and all that crap with Adoy and Mount. I think they're good players, but if you want to win the leagues, right, we have to use our youth the way City does. Use them as secondary rotation squad players. We shouldn't be using them as world-class, high-level starter players. Mount is not good enough to win your Premier Leagues. Adoy is not good enough to win your Premier Leagues. As much as I love Reece James, at the moment, he's not good enough to win your Premier Leagues. Zuma is not good enough to win your Premier Leagues. Yes, our youth players are good to be rotational quality players, but they are not. I repeat, they are not world-class players. So we need to get over, if we ever want to compete with City again, and by the end of this year, City are going to match our Premier League trophies 5-5, right? We have to take away that little youth obsession and all these little catch a predator headliners. We need to move on from the youth, stop watching kids in shorts, and get to the reality that Chelsea is declining. And we are being left behind, I think this is the first time that we have been like 4 years or 5 years without actually challenging for a title. We have been in the Europa League twice or 3 times in the last 10 years. It's a disgrace. We're declining massively, and I know people who love kids would argue, yeah, but we have in our own, it's proper Chelsea, whatever crap. But the reality is the club is no longer the top 10 of the UEFA, rankings, and we have to do something about it because at the end of the day, if we don't start winning trophies, we're gonna be less of an attractive club. We're gonna end up like clubs like we're gonna end up like what AC Milan was, in the end. We're not gonna be the first destination. Like you remember when we would players would come to us over Liverpool. They would you remember when Salah came to Chelsea over Liverpool. When Mikel chose Chelsea over
Hazard.
United in the last minute. Hazard. We're gonna lose that prestige if we're gonna keep making this fucking great fucking football club that is made on winners and make it into a kindergarten, man. We are gonna lose our identity behind, and Chelsea should never look into that. You know what I mean? Yes, they're good players, but they're not world-class starters, man. They're not. I'm sorry. I see when I see Mount's decision making, I'm like, this guy is not going to win us a Premier League. It takes 10 seconds on the ball for him to pass. And people compare him to Lampard. I saw Lampard in 2 passes at the age of 25 open up a Barcelona team that had the fucking Ronaldinho in it, man. In 2 passes. And now people are telling me, oh yeah, this team is good enough. No, it's fucking not good enough. I'm sorry. Those kids are not good enough Chelsea quality level players. And that's my rant. I'm sorry, people. If you're going to get offended, blah, 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 oh, our kids are good enough, well, go watch the kids on your own fucking time, man.
This
that's how I feel.
How shit the players that we've signed have been, if we even have to mention them. That's the thing, yeah. True.
Wait, can I actually add to him, yeah? Or do you want
but you tell me
Go on, Sam.
that's a joy, man. Nah, fuck that, man.
Yeah, bro. I'll be honest with you, what you said, I'd say 90% of it is facts. But what I'd say, the only thing I disagree with, I don't think our decline is coming from the youth. I think our decline came before that. I think our decline, number one, came from that transfer ban. That should have never happened. We should have not been as irresponsible. Number two, I think our main issue is that we have given money to the wrong managers time after time. We've given money to a manager who's pragmatic. Then we tried to change it all the way to Sarri and tried to bring in someone who wants to play on the ball, who wants to play press. I think you can't change something so drastically and have different players. We signed a lot of players for Kante, who came in and suited his system, right? Then we brought in Sarri, who needs players who suit his similar system. And then after that, we had a transfer ban. That transfer ban took us back 5 years because now we have to play the youth. We have to be all Arsenal and kind and friendly and British players, all of that shit. Listen, that has also taken us down. And then on top of that, we appoint a rookie manager. That took us back 2 more years. Yeah. So the more we go back, City keep going forward. But I think essentially what started all of this, bro, is the fact that we kept signing managers without an identity. Like the way City work is, if they sack Guardiola today, they'll appoint someone who's similar to him. They won't appoint a Mourinho. They won't appoint a Conte. They'll appoint someone who's similar. I know, but bro, that's the thing, because they function as a team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think, bro, they don't fall out with managers like we do, right?
Yeah, but City have a director of football, right?
Yeah,
but it's not the same thing. It's not the same thing, Slendz, right? Because City, they have football people behind the scenes, right? They sign players that are going to be for the club, regardless of what Pep. At the end of the day, the club has targets a season or 2 in advance. I think they said they wanted Diaz like 3 years ago. They had their targets going forward, and they're organized as a club. Like, you would never Foden higher than I rate Mount and Cho combined, and he still doesn't start every game for City because their main priority is not to make this a kindergarten, man. It's to win fucking trophies.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
It's true.
Yep, he's right.
You know what I mean?
The only reason I believe Cho should actually start at the moment is because we've got Hakim Ziyech, who's been absolute wank since he's came in. That's one of the only reasons. We've got to recruit better. We've got to go for players that.
No, I don't mean compared to the squad now. I mean in general. In general.
Yeah, I'm agreeing with you in the sense of of course we can't win trophies with players like Mount Sarsen. Of course we can't. Consistently anyway. We might get an FA Cup this season or whatever, but in the long term, we're not going to win trophies with just youth players. Of course, that means that we've just got to recruit better players for what Tuchel wants to build, not go for the biggest names all the time, just a few our ego, and maybe we'll actually be able to build something special and win trophies. So yeah, I agree with you to a certain extent. Although I do think Hudson-Odoi will be a very, 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 very good player.
I massively disagree. I think he's a very good player, but I don't think he will ever be the level of Sane and all those guys. He's not on that level, man.
I think he's
a good winger, but I think our fan overrated him a little bit, to be honest.
I think there's an unhealthy obsession with the youth from our fans, which wasn't there before. I also don't think a team can win if there are 3 or 4 youth talents in the team. The big team can win. You're very lucky if you get a youth talent that comes along every maybe 4 or 5 years, at least one comes along, but you slowly build them in, and they either make it or you sell them. So yeah, I don't like the obsession with the youth. It's not gonna get us anything, because let's face it, if we spend another 200, 300 million this summer, I think Tuchel is gonna slowly start phasing some of these guys out, and you're either gonna see them on loan, on the bench, or they're going to be sold.
Yeah.
So I think Chelsea fans need to get used to that, because like I said, I think Tuchel this summer is going to really evaluate his squad, and you're going to see a lot go and a lot come in my opinion. But yeah.
By the way, guys, is Kai bugging out for anyone else, or is it just me?
And you know what's crazy? Andy,
it was
right?
a little bit, but it wasn't a lot.
A little bit.
They're now making demands, man.
Oh, what? Hang on.
What?
What was that?
He cut off a little bit.
But you know what's crazy now? They're making demands. Tam want 108. Whoa, I'm gonna come back. One sec.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
think
can I just
Marshall
quickly make a point? Can I just make a point before Marshall speaks here? Look at the young players we have. We have Havertz, Reece James, Tammy Abraham, Mason Mount. Who else have we got? Christian Pulisic.
Christensen.
Well, Christensen's
No,
almost
just count our what? Not what
Is
we
he?
bought. I wouldn't count Pulisic as our youth.
Okay, yeah, that is a good point. It's not even about age; it's about experience. Because Mbappe,
Well, I
for
mean, we
example-
have to ask Kai, because does he mean like people that came out of our youth academy, or
I think he does.
just
Yeah, I don't
buying
think
young
he can-
talent in general?
No, I think he means like the Reece James, Mount, Tammy, Cho.
Because like,
Go on, Marshall.
no, go ahead, Slendz. It's fine. Because
Oh, yeah, you haven't
I got a
spoken.
question for Kai, anyways.
Oh, but for me, the way I see it, he's right, yeah? I don't think they should start. But, you know, if you look at our title-winning squads, yeah? You look at our bench. I think our youngsters now could be better than those bench players. So I think those players, so our current youth players, would be great squad players. I think they'll be good to sit on the bench, maybe start the cup games, maybe start 10, 20 games. I don't think they should be starting every single game or playing more than our experienced players. That's how I see it. But I do understand we can't start going into this whole youth obsession when in our time, all of us, our time, we've only developed one youngster. And he was developed way before Abramovich came in. And it was John Terry.
Yeah.
People,
So we
sorry.
shouldn't start getting... Go on.
Yeah, but to my main point, now these youth kids are making demands, man. Tammy's like asking for 180,000 a starting role. I'm like, no, man, fuck off. You're not good enough to be a fucking Chelsea player, man.
That's the club's fault.
Yeah, people comparing this fairy to fucking Drogba, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen a weaker 6'4" guy in my life, man. He should be playing in the fucking women's division, man. And he's asking us to fucking be a starter for Chelsea, man. No, fuck that. I'm honestly, I'm tired of it, man. I don't like this identity of Chelsea, man.
I have two questions for you, Kai.
Yeah.
Just because I want to clarify and make sure I understand you, and I don't because I don't necessarily disagree with you at all, but I do want to understand. One, are you referring to Chelsea Youth Academy products, or are you referring to just young players in general?
No, I'm referring to both. I'm referring to both. I think a team shouldn't have. I think a team should have the majority of the players should be 25 and up. We shouldn't, especially our front line. The reason our front line right now is struggling because other than Ziyech, they're all 21-year-olds and 22-year-olds. Even Werner just turned 25 like a week ago or 2 weeks ago. You know.
And my other question is, I agree with you that right now they are not going to win us a Champions League. They're not going to win us a Premier League. But are you referring to not just right now, but do you mean like just in general, you don't see them ever winning us a Champions League or a Premier League?
No, I think at the moment they are being extremely overhyped. And I actually, as somebody who watched Lampard growing up, he was my fucking idol, man. I loved him as a player. And when people tell me Mount is as good as Lampard when he was 22, I'm like, go fuck yourself. You obviously haven't watched Lampard play football because the guy could fucking split a defense with the way he passes. I have never seen Mount do an actual world-class through ball.
See, like,
it's nice, but to win big games like against and win titles, not like score those small goals against like a struggling Liverpool. A midfielder has to be a good passer, you know, especially if you're playing attack in mid position. And right now, we're struggling because of those not necessarily. I'm not solely talking about this season, but I'm talking about the last 2 seasons going forward. I just don't want this youth little make-a-wish thing keep going forward and developing 5 or 6 youth products in the team, because it's not going to work. If they're going to be rotational products, I have no fucking issue with it. But right now, I see so many kids not good enough, making demands, giving us ultimatums, about things that we should do. If you don't like what you're doing now, try to improve on it. Same thing with Werner. I love Werner, but the way he playing now, he's not gonna fucking make it at Chelsea, man.
See, I don't disagree with that at all. I think he's right. There has to be a balance in this team, and right now we're filled with absolutely young players. We have our starting lineup. Each and every game has less than half of it are actually experienced players. And it's we're not going to win titles with a whole team of youth players. I recognize that there is youth and that we do have to have an importance when it comes to youth because, the club is also a business, right? You can't, Roman doesn't want to constantly be spending money, every single season to buy the best player right now, the Neymars, the Mbappes, the Lewandowskis, all those players. He doesn't want to constantly be buying that. So you do need to have some young players come out of the academy. But to have your whole squad and bench filled with those young players, you're not going to win titles that way. They need experience. We will. I think what Man City does is correct. Slowly introducing them and getting them used to the flow of the game, getting them used to the pace of the league, getting them used to game time and seeing what decisions they make is wrong, what decisions they make is right, and how to really know how to control the pace of a game. All that stuff matters, and that stuff you develop in time. You don't just throw a player in. We're not Dortmund. We're not Dortmund. We're not a team that just is trying to develop all these youth players, which I kind of see is kind of where we're going if we keep signing, even to a certain extent, keep signing the Haalands, the Upamecano's, all these young players. We're slowly going to turn into a Dortmund, and that's not what that's certainly what I don't want Chelsea to become. So I agree. I think he's right.
My thing on this is that Kai's right. We're not going to win if we have unless they we're not going to win unless it's 5 years from now and they're more established and maybe they get better. Right now we can't afford to do that. The first time we were so successful, we won back-to-back titles is because Mourinho improved that team by adding just a few transfers after that. So a Michael Essien, he brought Crespo back, and he added Sean Wright-Phillips for the squad, right? Those little things like that. So you build your core. That's what I mean. We need to build a spine before we start building a winning team. Kai's right. I mean, we're not gonna if we keep pursuing this. And I don't think Tuchel is going to. But if we're not going to win anything at all of significance with this current crop when they're all in at the same time. It's just not feasible, man. It's just not. They're young. They're going to make mistakes. Do you know what I mean? And then we're not the club to make mistakes at. Do you know what I mean? It's
no, it's not even that they're young. I just don't think they're good enough now as far as to be start at an elite football club.
Well, we're buying them for their potential more than we are buying them for what they can bring to the club now.
And you can see I pointed this in our group chat, the way when Mount was against 3 players, right? Yeah. And he had someone open in front of him, and he could easily pass it, but he overthinks it. Yeah. And that's the fact that he's too young. And especially
and it sucks because those type of plays that if he pulls it off, he's people are praising him and fucking kissing the ground he walks on because he took 3 players out of play and it turned to nothing. It's just what's the point of getting 100% on your math quiz if you're not going to do the rest of the fucking projects or homework and you fail the class anyways? It's you do all the work and then you don't get any product out of it. It's frustrating.
Cool. Okay. That was a good one, Kai. I'm gonna have a little one. My unpopular, which won't be probably unpopular here, is the not all the Chelsea fan base, but the Chelsea which I noticed on Saturday was the Chelsea fan base and how low their standards have dropped. Especially everyone's happy now because everyone else around us lost and we gained a point or anything, but I'm still fuming from Saturday at the performance and everything. But what made me even more fuming was I was on Twitter or watching these shows going, oh yeah, well, it's still a point. We didn't lose. We didn't do this. We just no. That's what Arsenal and Tottenham fans do. Okay, they celebrate draws like that. We don't celebrate draws like that.
No one was celebrating.
100%.
No,
on Twitter.
I saw them celebrate. Will they were happy that we got the
Bro,
draw.
remember under Mourinho, we won the league with 10 games. I think it was 10 or 7 games to go.
Yeah.
And we got mad because we lost 3 games the season.
Yeah.
3 games lost in the season. And we actually won the league after losing 1 game. I think it was to Spurs or something.
City away 1-0.
City away.
Under Mourinho.
Yeah, first season. Yeah, first season. Yeah.
Man.
But that's just my little one. It's not unpopular here, but it's just
You see, the thing about that, the thing about
season, the 14-15 season, we lost. I remember.
We lost.
We had like 5-3, right?
Was it?
5-3.
5-3.
And then West Brom. And that's the only games we lost all season. And we were pissed. We were pissed because we didn't win the league with only losing 1 game. Now I see people after losing 12 games last season getting 66 fucking points, telling me, "Oh yeah, but at least we got Champions League." I'm like, "Oh fuck yourself, man!" If a team gets 66 points and get Champions League by fucking luck because everyone is against you, and you tell me that's a brilliant fucking season, nah, man, your standards are dropping too fucking low, man.
That's why I had to turn Lampard out in the end. I love Lampard, but
yeah.
If that's my
little one.
To be fair, though,
you there? Oh wait, go on, sorry.
Yeah, real quick, hold on.
The only reason that we now have to win every game is because the club didn't sack Lampard 2 weeks.
That's true. And
but
you know
the way
what?
it's going now, I don't think we need to win every fucking game because the football gods are with us, man. It seems like nobody.
Apparently. Look, I don't like to trust. I don't like to put my trust in blind faith. I want to win every single game because one thing that never sits well with me is when Man United is above us. That never fucking sits well with me. I fucking hate Man United. I always I refuse to be below Man United.
Marshall, I'm not one of these Chelsea fans that go, "Oh, we have to keep on the tails of Leicester and Man United."
Mm-hmm.
Screw that. I want to build up points to the guys behind us. You know what I mean? I want to build up.
That's the other thing too. Like any fans right now saying like, "Oh, this is a good tie and it was great." Like, dude, do you not realize we're not in a comfortable position whatsoever? We're 1 loss and a few points away from going back down to 5th and 6th. Like, wake the fuck up. We don't settle. We need to keep winning. We need to make sure exactly. We got lucky. Yeah. We need to make sure we establish that we stay fucking top 4 because guess what? West Ham still have a fucking game in hand. They can still pass us at any point.
So do Everton. Spurs and Everton.
Exactly. So stop fucking relaxing. Stop. Don't fucking kick your feet up and think like, "Oh, we're in there already." Like, you're an idiot if you're thinking that way.
You know what? The next 5 or 6 games are all winnable, man. We need 3 points in all of them, man. If I fucking hear any person telling us, "Oh, a draw is good enough," what's the people used to say that when we were under Lampard? "Oh, we're only 6 games. We're only 6 points behind," and other teams would have like two games in hand against us.
And you know what? Just to step that up too.
And you know what? I was telling these people, "Are you retarded, man? Do you not know numbers? Like, did you not pass 8th grade math, man? Do you not know that they played less games than us, which means they could have 3 points?"
And you know what? I'll step it up too because I'm seeing how Man City are playing, and I'm seeing they're fucking vulnerable.
Yep.
I want us to win that Man City game that's coming up. Like, I really want to win that game just to prove a point that Man City can bleed and we can beat a team like Man City because I know this team is capable of. Tuchel with the right tactics can do it.
I agree with you, but I don't want that game to matter.
Yeah,
exactly. That's too. I don't want the game to matter.
You know what I mean? I don't want it to matter.
But at that point, I'm just like, I don't care if this doesn't matter. I still want to win this.
They've already won the league, and also we've got enough barrier, even if we're in 4th, to say, okay, even if we lose, it's not going to affect us.
You know what's sad, guys? You know what's sad? That
a lot of things will.
The thing is about top 4, I will be relieved that we get top 4, but I won't be happy.
No, I really want 2nd at this point.
Guys, understand,
Unless we win the FA Cup or the Champions League, then I think this season is a fail overall. No matter what.
even if we do get top 4, the only reason I would be happy because Lampard fisted us so fucking bad this
I mean,
season, man.
I,
To the point that we got like like before Tuchel came, right? We had the win percentage of 42%, man. We literally won like 7 games from 18, man.
It won't be
the man
Tuchel's
won.
fault. Like before anyone thinks I'm saying it's Tuchel's fault, it won't be Tuchel's fault. It's the club's fault in general. It's, obviously, it's not Tuchel's fault.
I think we'll get top 4. I think we will get top 4.
Yeah,
I think we will get top 4. But we dodged the bullet, man. And the club should never fucking do that little Make-A-Wish Foundation fucking decision again, man. Try to make us into like, let's make it happen, you know? Nah.
Kai, we were in such a mess here that Tuchel's been here for 12 games. The man's had 9 wins and 3 draws, and we're still not close. Like, we're still not guaranteed top 4. That's how much of a mess we were fucking in.
Yep.
Honestly, man.
But the good thing that we still have to play West Ham. I think the fixture has been, the football gods have been very kind to us. All I'm going to say.
For real.
All right,
I agree.
Hassan.
Yeah,
Hassan,
can you guys
go on,
see me?
mate.
Yeah.
Give us your
Yeah, we can hear you,
bro.
brother.
Give us your
Yeah.
unpopular opinion.
I was gonna add on to what Andrew was
Okay.
saying before with the no. It's in my unpopular opinion, but it's like a mix with yours as well. So with the clubs and the fans have low expectations, they also have a tendency to go towards players and overhype them in a way. My unpopular opinion is we need to stop overhyping players who are not considered as generational to be generational, and also we need to stop going for hype transfers in a way because there's also better alternatives. Like for example, some of the Chelsea fans say 80 million Declan Rice, where there's Kessie available for 30 million, and there's other
Like Kessie,
alternatives. Yeah. So it's in a way. The high expectations is killing our club in a way, like with the ambitious, like with the youths, let's be real. Out of the 5 that I've seen, only 1 or 2 are going to be actually decent enough to get in the squad. The rest will probably be sold or got rid of.
Who can I ask you? Who do you think is gonna stay here in 3 or 4 years?
I think only Mount.
Don't be
and
afraid
Reece
of Kai.
James.
Yeah.
Mount and
I was
Reece
gonna say.
James.
No, man.
I'd be afraid to
Everybody,
say no.
bro. I'm not that type
No.
of guy who gets mad for your attention. I'm not Johnny, man. It's you have your opinion. I will respect it, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, it's just based on what I've seen, probably Mount and Reece James, or it's between. I know Mount's my number 1, but number 2 is between Reece James and Hudson-Odoi. So one of them 2 that'll probably stay. But it just depends on if Reece James can adapt to Tuchel's system or not, or if Hudson-Odoi decides to leave or whatever. So yeah, I was going to add on to the point of I mean, this ambitious fans that say go for Upamecano, go for Declan Rice when there's better alternatives.
Declan is ambitious, man. Jesus Christ, man.
No, I mean, I'm saying it's like a.
When you say
I'm
Declan
talking
is
about-
ambitious, it's like going to the one-eyed girl
It's
at
like
the
a
club
hype.
and trying to pick her up. How the fuck is he
It's
ambitious,
like
bro?
what I'm trying to say is ambitious. It's like going for hype, like going for the hype.
Who hyping
Do you
Rice?
remember
Who's hyper Rice under the
hyping Rice?
Lampard, man?
The media, so like
media, English
Yeah,
media?
the media.
the media.
Did you not
Jesus
see what
Christ,
happened with the United game? How they're hyping him, 93% pass rate, all
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Rubbish.
Yeah, because he passed to the guy next to him, man. The Czech is actually better than he is, man. What's his name?
Suchek, yeah. Suchek,
Yeah.
Suchek.
All I'm gonna-
Suchek's different to him. To be fair, they're different
Yeah.
players.
All I'm gonna say, if
Um,
you type in Declan Rice on the blooming Google, you'll see all the hype on media what they're giving him. So I'm just gonna say that. Yeah, it's just that's it really. Like we need to stop going for these hype players because we see what happened with Bakayoko and how hyped he was.
man.
Bakayoko.
I got burned on that one, bro. I got seriously burned.
Rumor has it Andrew was the one who made up the song, man.
It's a good song, though. I'm not gonna lie, that's a good one.
No, it's not. It gives bad memories. So.
All right, Hassan. I'm just gonna drop you back. All right.
He gives the the ball.
It wasn't really that
away.
much of an unpopular opinion, but
It wasn't.
I get what
actually,
he's saying.
But I can understand what he's saying. I probably stole it from him. That was I didn't steal it from him, but you know, it was like
Yeah, no. We kind of
okay.
touched on it with what Kai said.
yeah. Okay, let me just add. This guy doesn't talk a lot, so
Yo, have you heard me? It's
Yeah,
Kante,
yeah.
man.
Oh my
You're right.
God.
It's kind of weird. It's mad, man. What's called? My
Is that
whole
Kante?
opinion, yeah, is that what's called. There's two players in mind that I don't think. Well, Hakeem Ziyech for me. I don't think he's the player that everyone makes him out to be. I think he should be sold this summer, man. I really wouldn't mind. I think someone who's at the age of 28 who is this poor, his decision making as well, man. He takes on the ball, he takes 5 seconds before he makes a cross, man. And I expect higher. Cause he's so old. He's 28 years old. He's more experienced. Played in the CL, played against Real Madrid and all these other teams who usually press us. I expect a certain level of maturity on the ball and best decision making, man. I just don't think he's that level, man. I think he's been massively overrated because of his games against Sheffield United and Burnley.
People making me want sushi right now, man. Gee.
Yeah, same.
That is,
But I think he'd be sold, man.
You said two players though, Kazi. Who's the second one?
Yeah, it's the second one.
He's gonna
I
say
won't like
Werner,
it, yeah,
bro.
but it's Werner, bro.
Oh my God. Yo, this is the issue. This is the issue with reactionary Chelsea fans. You guys never want to give players time to adapt.
It's not about. Listen,
It's ridiculous.
Wait.
Look, I get it.
Let me
Like,
explain
Marshall.
Let me explain myself.
Let
Warner, if you be Warner, yeah. Every single striker goes through a goal drought. Warner isn't going through a goal drought, man. He's going through a crisis of no technical ability, man. Like watching him on the ball, yeah. Like he has so many holes that he's in his game at the age of 25, man. That first touch, ball control, decision making, man. Like he's making
23?
runs. And
25.
there are good moments.
He just turned 25 like last week.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Turned 25 last week, didn't he, Kazi?
25.
I thought it was 23.
25.
Yeah.
I thought 23,
yeah.
man.
Could even
I
score a
thought
goal.
23, man. Actually, man. But for me, you not only that, man, is that his decision making, man, and his first touch, man, it does not look good on the ball, man. Like people keep saying it's confidence, man. I'm sorry, the way how he destroys our plays, man, so many times, man. Not to do with reaction, man. I'm just saying, next season, the first 10 games of next season, man, if he doesn't fix up, man, he's got to go, man. I'm willing to give him time because every single striker goes through this goal drought. But Hakeem Ziyech needs to go, man. That guy is done out here, mate. The way how he walks around on the pitch as if he's Messi. What's called wiping the sweat of his eyebrows, man. Like, the guy, who do you think you are, man? You lose the ball, you don't track back, man.
Did
He's
you
way
see?
too arrogant, man. Way too arrogant. Man. At least one track back. One
What
track
about
back.
Tammy?
Presses,
Do you want
man.
Tammy to stay?
No, fuck off.
I mean, look. He has valid points. Kazi has very valid points, and I watched that Leeds game again. And like,
Hakeem Ziyech, man, disgraceful, man.
although Ziyech was our most creative attacking player during that game, what he does off the ball is infuriating. He doesn't track back. He doesn't move for the ball. He doesn't show up. He doesn't do any of that shit.
Does not press, man. Does not press
Exactly,
at all, man.
that too. He is one of the laziest players I've ever seen this season.
Way too arrogant, man.
And it is a little bit of arrogance. But what I don't agree with is, okay, you're willing to give Werner until like 10 games the next season, but you want to sell Ziyech this summer.
He's 28, man. I told you, the guy's 28. Has played
Yeah, but he's 28, but he's played his whole life in Ajax.
Yeah, listen,
He's just finally adapting to a league.
Marshall, why has he played his whole life in Ajax? Why has he played his whole life in Ajax? Why do you think he has?
I couldn't fucking tell
Listen,
you.
for me, it's not even that, man. I'm talking about simple mistakes, man, that I don't see Kai Havertz doing, man. Like, you have the ball.
Yep.
You're standing there for like 10 seconds, yeah. You stand there, you look at the field for 10 seconds and expect, I'm like, make the cross. If you're going to cross, and he's so basic as well, man. I see him making one type of pass, man, and that's a cross, man, a diagonal cross, man. Like, do you have no creativity? Do you have any some sort of imagination, man? Like,
Talking about Kai Havertz?
No,
Ziyech,
man.
Ziyech.
Get the ball to your left foot. And the guy's a Chinese version. He's if you order Mars from China, man. Do you know what I mean? Just order Mars from China. That's what this guy is, man.
Maybe
From Wish.com and that.
And the thing is, he's so easy to man mark. He's so easy to man mark.
Maybe for legal purposes, you should say he's Mahrez off Wish. Maybe.
Yeah, Mahrez off Wish, man.
Restart.
Marshall,
Can't
Look,
wait.
I'm not as impatient. I'm willing to give him at least a season to adapt. Yo, this has been a weird season. Like we gotta cut some of these players some slack even when it comes to the age, just because like they no hold on.
Let him land, let him land.
It's been a fucking weird season. We cannot deny that whatsoever. You're talking about compact schedules. You're talking about COVID. All these different. You don't have enough time to train. You don't even have a preseason. Like, and then we want to go ahead. We want to go ahead. We want to go ahead, buy these players for all this money, and then if they don't perform on their first fucking season during COVID, during no preseason, during compact schedule, and if they don't perform, we got to sell them. Like, come on, man.
Marshall, I'm sorry, man.
Make it quick, man, because we have a bunch of people in the back, and we're gonna finish soon.
Marshall, it's not even that, man. It's the way how the guy doesn't even press or track back, man. Like
I understand.
One misses bare chances, man. Let me not lie, but you still see him press, and you still see him help out defending. Kai Havertz, man, you still see him press and help out defending, man. This Hakeem Ziyech done. He sees people make the guy just walks around, rubbing his eyebrow, rubbing his nose, man, acting like he's what's it called? What is he, man? It's a salon, man. Keep scratching his head, man. What is he doing?
Kazi, you're absolutely right, Kazi. I'm not denying anything. I'm not denying anything that you're saying is wrong. And personally, me, I would not have wanted Ziyech. I did see the talent he brought to Ajax, but I personally would have preferred another right winger. But I get you're absolutely right on everything.
Sancho,
exactly. That's perfectly valid. But I'm willing to give the guy time because this is the thing. Like a lot of people like to think
Marshall,
that
I
just
wish
because
my father was as patient as you, man. I wish my father was patient as you. Maybe you'd have stayed a little bit longer, man.
Jesus Christ.
Oh
my God. No, but you know what it is? Like, yo, look, people like to think that these players aren't like they're world class. They don't have emotions. They're not even human. You can't sit here and fucking tell me that they were unfazed at all because of how weird the season is. Come on, man. Like these people are human just like fucking you. They have feelings just like you. They play fucking Fortnite just like you. They jerk off at night just like you. Like, come on, like they're human.
Quick question. Who do you think's had a better season, Ferran Torres or Hakeem Ziyech?
Ferran Torres, man.
Probably Ferran Torres, yeah.
And Torres wasn't even
21 years old.
Ferran Torres didn't have to deal with fucking Lampard and didn't have to deal with Crosses Shalah, didn't have to deal with there's a bunch of factors that you can't just put it on the player.
The fact that we have to compare
next season, if he doesn't perform, he has no excuses.
The way we have to compare this fucking moments player, 28-year-old in his prime moments,
exactly, man,
to a 21-year-old Ferran Torres just shows everything. The reason
that's why I did it.
I disagree with that comment. I disagree with Kaleku's comment.
Saka. Yeah, people like Saka, who's like 19, is outperforming. I'm sorry, man. You're 28 years old, man. I'm not having this, man. You played in CLs, man.
Wait.
Against Real Madrid and these Juventus teams, man. You played against.
Kazi, can you answer this comment, Kazi? Can you answer this comment?
Go on.
Can you see it?
Tammy doesn't get these excuses. Bro, listen, I gave
Tammy has had many opportunities. Come on.
Listen, I'm sorry, man, but the guy, just send him what's called to West Ham or something, or Aston Villa, man. Just send him, man. Tammy, man. I'm sorry, I get what's called Tammy Abraham, First touch, man. The guy, nothing's on his side, man. I feel sorry for him, man. I can't lie.
Nothing is on his side.
Good, man. 6'5" for nothing, man. 6'5" for nothing.
He wants 180,000 a week.
He's asking for 180k a week, man. Where, man? Let Shaq adapt and work on it to show. Lampard has made all the young and new players shit.
Sorry.
No, go back to comment, man.
Yeah,
Not
sorry.
Judging any players now. I'm sorry, he's been here for 13 games, man. And the guy's so lazy, man. Lampard, Lampard didn't tell these guys to stop running, man. There's one thing that he wanted when I was pressing, man. And if you run around and press, man, the guy doesn't do nothing, man. He's a liability defensively, man. That right-hand side.
When you watch Ziyech play, you look at him off the ball. He's so arrogant. He doesn't feel like he needs to make runs or anything.
Zero mind anybody who was zero, man. of the way
Who?
Ozil's body language was.
Nah, man.
a little
Ozil had
bit,
assists on his
yeah.
side, man. Ozil had
Yeah.
assists, man. He
Yeah.
in his prime
Yeah.
when he was 25, man. He was killing it with Real Madrid, man. Winning a league
Yeah,
title, man.
yeah.
Relax,
Yeah.
man.
Ziyech.
You're not at that level,
Ziyech
man.
is lethargic.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I rewatched that Leeds games. He had all the right ideas. He saw all the perfect passes and stuff, but was too lazy to pull it off or take another touch to make sure it comes off.
The
It was-
only issue.
I would give him a season though. I would give him another
It's
season.
a
to
very-
be honest.
yeah, I'd
Come
give
on.
him a season.
What I'm about to say
It's
is a
not
very.
expensive. It's not that expensive. He didn't cost the club a lot.
What I'm about to
I'll
say
give him a
is
chance.
it's a very weak argument. Okay, in defense of Ziyech. Okay, it's very weak and it'll be blown out of proportion. So, I don't think we'd be having a go at Ziyech that much if others were doing their shit as well. And that's not to blame Ziyech. Ziyech needs to do his shit as well. But
It's fair.
if we had someone banging in the goals, Ziyech would be like, oh, but then the argument would be, oh, I wish Ziyech was playing like Werner or Kai Havertz or something like that. But
Probably.
you're
What
right.
kind of bullshit is this, mate?
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, he's at the worst.
Nah, I know. You know
Kazi's
what he is,
old, man.
He's a
Kazi's
highlight
old.
player, man. He's a highlight player.
I know.
The
It's
night
very. I said it was very
No,
weak.
he's right.
He's got like Werner for me, and I'm being a bit fair, right? He's got till January the 1st next year.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait that long, man. I'm sorry, man. I can't.
I'm
But wait a minute.
You have all you have is time on your hand. Man.
The
We're
thing
trying
is,
to challenge. I'm trying to challenge for a league title, man. A league title next year.
You're
man.
gonna challenge for the title with Mason Mount in midfield, man. Stop it. Man. Stop
Yo,
it, man.
Mason Mount's done next year, man. I said this, man. Mason Mount, the midfield I want to see is what's it called? Kante, Kessia, or Tchouameni or something. And Kai
Oh,
Havertz
God.
with
He
Haaland.
just signed a new
Kante-
contract though. He's gonna sign a new
Kante
contract.
and Tchouameni in
I
midfield
hope he
will never
doesn't,
keep
man.
the
I
ball.
actually really like
I'll never
Kessie.
keep-
Cassie. I'm moving
Yeah,
mad.
man.
Tchouameni and
Kessie.
Kante together will never keep the ball. We'll just give it
Anyway,
away all the time.
anyway. Well,
Let's move on, guys. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's move
No,
on.
this
to
isn't. I'm not even
next-
digging at Kante here. I'm saying
Sure,
Tchouameni and Kante.
I don't
together.
disagree. I don't disagree or agree with you, but we have like we're running out of time, and we're aiming for like an hour and a half, and we're gonna.
All
be
right,
Yeah,
beyond
let's
that.
let's keep it rotating.
We're not gonna do unpopular opinions on a weekday going forward. We're gonna save it for like a weekend day where we can do longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But thanks a lot, Kazi, mate. Come back at the weekend when we do another one. Yeah.
Yo, Cassie, man.
Take care, Kazi, man.
Cheers.
Always pleasure having you on, bro.
Cheers, bro.
Cheers.
I wish your father was patient too, man.
Okay, last
Say
person
that,
on.
Marshall.
Last person on tonight is going to be one of our guys, Real Chris. Real Chris.
Yep.
How you doing, bro?
How you
Okay.
doing, Chris?
I am doing okay. Still not happy with the Leeds game, but I'm doing okay. I'd be a lot happier when we beat Atletico. Well, if we beat them, I said.
Kai, let me just, before Real Chris goes, Kai. Real Chris hulked out on GNA TV, the reaction
It was
show
the
on the
real
weekend.
Chris bomb.
He exploded.
Really?
I think. He just went mad. It was the
What
most.
do you mean? What do you mean exploded, man?
It was just
What-
the
what- what-
angriest. It was just the angriest I've ever heard. Real Chris, you know.
He
he's
could,
very
can you
calm.
hear his dog barking in the
But he got
background?
triggered.
Exploded, man. So there you
Yeah,
go.
he got triggered, man. Johnny triggered him, but
Yeah.
but it was all beautiful.
Yeah,
Go
but
ahead, Real
Johnny
Chris.
triggers everybody, man.
Yeah, even
No,
me at the weekend.
I was just saying Ziyech was still creative, but I do understand like he doesn't run after
No.
the ball and stuff.
I agree with you. Ziyech for me was better than Mount in the last game, but we're not gonna. Just it is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's just
Yeah.
move on from it.
Like, yeah, it's not saying much.
My unpopular opinion is if we beat Atletico Madrid, we'll win the Champions League this season.
That's not unpopular, man. I said that with chess before.
Yeah, I said it. I've
No,
been
you
saying all
guys, you
season.
guys slowly believe it. I've been saying
Yeah,
that for
I
a
know.
while.
Yes,
Marshall,
yes.
Chris said it before you. Chris said it before you. Chris
I've
said
been
it
saying this for a
Did he?
while now.
Oh,
Yeah, I've
okay,
been
never
saying
mind.
it for-
Chris said it, but I had my camera on, so you had your dog,
Yeah.
man.
No, okay. The reason is if we beat them, like, and you see Tuchel's system, like we are hard to break. Oh no. Yeah,
No,
I
you
still
guys
believe.
believe it. You guys believe it.
I just don't think they want to be hurt if they're wrong. That's about it.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
like-
You know what's funny? The only person who agrees with Chris is Marshall, and Marshall said if there was fans,
Win it.
Lam-
No,
Lam
I
would
agree
have-
with them. We
man.
can't win it.
Shut
I
the
am done. That's like the most positive thing I've heard since, man.
Real Chris, go on. Tell us why. Tell us why.
Well, like I have that like 2012 feeling for starters, but Not just because of a feeling. I think because of Tuchel's system, like we are so hard to break. Like if we face against like a
Stars
Real
are
Madrid,
aligning.
yeah, I know. If we face like against a Real Madrid, a PSG, and just counter attacking with like Tuchel things, like I know like our finishing's been quite bad, but like if we start like changing that this season with like Kai Havertz starting to step up and stuff, I believe Tuchel's system can win us the Champions League this season.
I think Tuchel is actually aiming to win the Champions League. I think that is like his biggest priority, and as a result, we will also like finish top 4. But I don't disagree. I don't disagree. I'm having a hard time seeing what team is gonna like really break us down. The only team that I see capable of doing it is maybe It's not gonna be Atletico at this point. It may be Man City. And it may be Bayern, but Bayern's also vulnerable in the back. So it's realistically only Man City.
Can I say something? Can I say something? If Tuchel wins the Champions League with Mason Mount in midfield and Werner, Tammy, and Giroud as strikers,
and that shit Kante.
The man deserves a statue the size of that Brazilian statue.
I'll put a statue in my backyard for Tuchel if he does it, man.
Oh my God!
I'll use my fucking stimulus money.
I'll do it, man.
Oh my, bro, that would be one of the greatest achievements in football, man. They would talk about him like I don't know, like he's the Sir Alex would be nobody compared to this guy, man. If that happens,
Jesus Christ!
You're gonna trigger some United fans now.
You know what they'll do?
Yeah, that's bold.
They'll go. Oh my God! Frank Lampard built the foundations to win the Champions League. That's what they'll say.
I know that's exactly what they will say. That's exactly what they will say.
That's what I would say. I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I mean, he did bring in the players.
It's funny that, but no one says.
No one gives a shit about what he did.
No one says. I'm prepared to prove wrong, but I never heard when we won it in 2012 that AVB laid the foundation. So, you know what I mean?
All right, good point.
I'll just bring that up, shall I? Yeah. It was all down to AVB's wonderful first leg when we went down 3-1 to Napoli. Yeah.
Even though AVB had better stats than Lampard. But we're not going to go into that.
Let me say,
we're not going to go into that.
Yeah, go on real quick.
I was gonna say, that's another thing. What's matching up with 2012? AVB want to get rid of older players, right?
Yeah.
So the Lampard, halfway through, sacking another manager for another manager to go in. That's another reason why you could win it. It's in the stars.
Yeah. I think with that one, I think you're very recent.
Stars are aligned.
It's funny.
AVB is a better manager than Lampard, though.
You know what's funny? Lampard also said that the reason AVB failed is because he wasn't ready for the job. Karma, man. Yeah. One of the most beautiful things on this fucking planet, man.
I think the Wolves goalkeeper suffered a head injury.
Oh, shit.
Do you want more karma, by the way? Lampard went to the board.
What's the score, man? Are Liverpool losing or winning?
1-0 Liverpool, they won.
That is so Liverpool, man. Yeah. That's so Liverpool.
But you know what else is funny, yeah?
Jota scored.
Lampard went to the board and asked AVB to get sacked, and then the players did the same thing to him now. Shows you, man.
Yes,
what goes around comes back around.
Damn, Liverpool are 5 points behind us now.
Oh, what? 5 points, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and they've only,
Liverpool.
That's what I mean.
I'm not worried about Liverpool. They're so far behind us.
Did they win 6? They was 1-0 last time I checked.
Yeah,
guys. Who do we have after Sheffield United? Who do we have? West Brom.
We have easy games, man.
West Brom, Crystal Palace.
Let's just worry about that then. Let's worry about them games then.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Will, Chris. For that.
Do we have anything else? No, right?
It's good talking to you guys anyway.
Yeah, you too, mate. Thanks for the support.
Chris, can I ask you a question? Can you put Chris on?
Yeah, sorry. Go on, Chris.
Chris, can I ask you a question? Is there a fake Chris?
Is there a fake Chris?
Yeah.
Why are you the real one?
Why are you the real one? Yeah.
What makes you think this is a real Chris, Kai?
What is fake Chris, man?
Because I was the first Chris born. Yeah, that's.
Another question is your name Chris, or is the dog's name Chris, and you just use that as the real
name. No. My name is Chris.
Okay.
Long name Christopher.
And what's the dog's name?
Chris as well.
Spartan.
Oh, that's classic.
Decent.
He's 9 years old now.
I thought his name was Ramirez or something like that, man. No.
Good name
Ramirez, oh my god.
I won't name it a Chelsea player now.
Named it Murata. That's all.
Well,
I had a cat named Putin, man.
you have a cat named what?
Putin. The Russian
Oh,
president.
Putin.
I thought you said Tuchel. He had a cat named Tuchel.
Yeah, I thought that too.
I didn't know Tuchel was in Chelsea back then, man. That would be awesome.
If we win the Champions League, I name my son Tuchel. Bro.
That's true. I might. And Kai, if
My dad Tuchel, man.
It's happening.
Ruined their lives for the Champions League, man.
But
It's gonna happen. Get those birth certificates ready.
But if we win the Champions League, Kai, and Mason Mount as man of the match and scores the winner, you're gonna have to do two of one things. You're gonna have to name your firstborn Mason, or get a tattoo of Mount on your back.
Bro, I would do something. I would go a level above that, man. I would get a nose surgery so my nose looks exactly like Mason Mount's, man.
Well, Kai, who's dick are
Kai
you?
walks into
Kai,
Kai
whose
walks
dick are
into
you
the
gonna take
doctors.
for that, bro?
Yeah, Kai walks.
That's a good one.
But Kai walks into the doctors. Yes, I want to have a dick nose like Mason Mount because you just do it probably. Thanks, real Chris. We'll speak to you again soon, yeah.
Yeah. It's all good. Thank you.
Right,
Anyway.
buddy. Sure.
Big up Pro Chris, man.
I just said Hassan wanted to, one more thing. Hassan, last point. Hassan, what do you want to say?
I was just gonna say that was the most ambitious guy we've seen so far. Everyone has been negative.
I know, right? Yeah. Did you want to react to what any of them said, or?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say with the Kazi was saying before with the players and stuff, as in it works both ways really. Because at the start of the season, let's be real, a lot of us gassed up Werner, Havertz, Ziyech. We gassed them up to the point where we expected them to hit the ground running, and now all of a sudden they're not hitting the ground running, and we're not allowing them time to adapt. All of a sudden the fans wanted them out, and yeah, I mean with the Chelsea and the Champions League, I mean it is slightly possible in a way, as in if Bayern get knocked out, then it's wide open to anyone, but I doubt that's happening. Borussia Dortmund. I think we could take them. Borussia Dortmund, Porto, maybe, depending on the defense.
We can take Porto.
I think.
Come on, we can take them.
You know, I don't know why you guys are even talking about Dortmund and Porto. All of us know we're gonna get Bayern Munich or a difficult team. It's in the quarters and the semifinals, man. We never get a good team, man.
Kai, it's the yearly PSG, and it's always PSG. We always get them.
Yeah, it's PSG as well. Yeah. PSG, Bayern.
I hope we get Liverpool, man.
Yeah, if we get Liverpool, we're going through, man.
All right.
I was gonna say one last point. Normally they say if you come first in the Champions League, you get slightly easier groups. Our last 10 years has been crazy. It's either been PSG, Bayern, Atletico Madrid,
or
Barcelona.
Yeah.
And who else was in there? One more team as well.
Yeah, we're not at the best of luck, but
yeah, exactly.
But are we in the quarterfinals yet? We're not in the quarterfinals, man.
No, if we win, we go into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's not. Yeah, so it's the first time we got a difficult,
first time
actual
in
difficult
about 5-6 years or something.
Yeah,
Which is it was 2014 in Mourinho. Was it Demba Ba that scored the equalizer?
Yeah, no, he scored the winner. Yeah, he scored the winner.
Yeah,
we got to the semis, right?
We lost to Atletico Madrid. Yeah. But what happens though if we get through on Wednesday, they then draw the quarterfinals and I think then the semis. So then you know who you could possibly play.
Oh, I don't want
to.
We're gonna get the hardest one. We're gonna get the hardest one.
Yeah, you know what's crazy?
UEFA always do it. UEFA always do it.
You know what's crazy, guys? You know what's crazy? No one's talked about it, but Real Madrid might not even qualify for the next round because they could lose to Atalanta. They barely beat Atalanta with 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah, this game's tomorrow, right? Who's playing tomorrow?
That's this week.
Yes,
City and Real Madrid, I think, tomorrow.
Yeah, City and Real Madrid are playing tomorrow.
Yeah.
But
that's a good
playing
game,
on
huh?
Wednesday with
Atalanta. I was going to add Atalanta. I've got a few very good players. Like I've talked to you guys before about Gosens and the
Gosens,
other one. Yeah, they got
Darun.
very good players, man.
Could have bought him.
And apparently, I would have said that if we sold Alonso or Emerson and we made the money, I would have said if we're going to go for a wing back, Gosens is one of them. Because he's only valued at 25 million. You can't go wrong for that price.
No, Will wants Guerrero, man.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, Guerrero's the best one. I think my top one.
All right. Yeah. Thanks, Hassan, for coming on.
Yeah, no.
Big up, man.
Always coming on when we do these call-ins. Always, bro. Thank you very much. Yeah.
No.
Cheers, pal.
Take care, bro.
Okay, well, that is it. Because that's it. We've done everything. Like you say, we try and get these like videos during the week to around this time because it's during the week and everyone's got other commitments going on.
Game
but
day
like
as well,
on the weekends though, we'll probably move the Unpopular Opinion show to the weekends more often because
we'll do our best, guys.
We'll do it. Yeah, we'll do our best. We're going to do a reaction to the Atletico Madrid game. But I think we're going to do it. Would you want to do it Thursday, Kai? Or the day after? Do you want to do
we can do it Thursday.
Game, or?
We can do it Thursday.
Depends on
the result.
Depends on the result.
Let's do it Thursday. Yeah.
Thursday,
we can be more calm-minded.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone can calm down, or they can just simmer a bit, and they can have they can speak clearly, without like frothing at the mouth and like looking like they've got rabies or something like that.
Plus Thursday, Wednesdays, man. Especially after games, I have to wake up early as well. So.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So Slendz, socials, mate.
Yes, bro. You'll find me on here as much as I can be on here. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel. But listen, who gives you this kind of content out of all the Chelsea content out there, man? It's the best one you can find. So
yeah.
And also, if you want to just subscribe to my channel as well, I'm hopefully uploading a video today or tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter as well, Slendz Talks, as you can see on the screen there. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Marshall.
Guys, if you want to find more content by me, you can find me on Twitch. If Twitch isn't your cup of tea, you can also find me on YouTube. We've been doing live streams off YouTube as well. And if you want to find my music, I forgot to mention this in the previous streams. We've released a new song last month. So it's called Rose Quartz. So if you guys want to listen to the new song or any of the other stuff that we've had, listen to it on Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, all of it under Back Pocket Alimony. So, and be sure to subscribe, like the channel, all that jazz. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and then that's when we're gonna see Will's face, and Kai is gonna shave his head, or we're gonna do all types of things. Kai's OnlyFans,
mount tattoo,
his M19 tattoo.
Yeah.
And yeah, make sure you follow the Twitter, which is Cage No Filter Football.
Billiam, tell us your socials, Billiam.
I'm not answering if you call me that again, Andrew.
Okay, Will.
You're on thin
Such a diva.
No, I'm joking.
I know you are.
Just follow at KH.
Okay, Williams. Oh, Williams, football friend.
I think his full name is Willard. No, Willard.
Is it?
No.
Okay. Whatever you wanna call me, I won't be answering to.
Just
follow the at KH No Filter account on Twitter.
I think one of these Unpopular Opinion shows, it will be Will centric. Where
he just
throws out stuff, and everyone could just react to it. Because I think he's got a load. If look back in the group chats, mate, you've got a load of them. Yeah.
Well, you can just name players, and I'll say if they're good or not. And then
we can have people come and just say, "What do you think about this, Will?" And then.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I am Andrew the Winter Surfer on Twitter. I'm on this channel. Of course, subscribe. We're about 40 subs away from 1K. We're very close now. Get us there over that last hurdle.
Your support, guys.
And then it's on to 1 million, like the United stand.
And then on to the Champions
League. Yeah, I'm on this channel. I'm on Strong TV, which is Charlotte's channel, which is going under a name change soon. Other channels.
What's the name gonna be, man?
I don't know. He's asked for opinions, so I don't know. So
football and wine. It's gonna be football and wine, man.
Well, the problem is he's got a show that's called that, so it's like okay. On other channels, I'm modding other channels, annoying people, which is fun to do. But yes, and also Kai, only wants you to follow KH No Filter on Twitter and subscribe to this channel. My main man Kai, take us out.
You know what? Today we're gonna go a bit classic because I'm tired. Yeah. So people, it was a pleasure. We couldn't be able to do this stuff without you guys.
Exactly.
Seriously, like we're like I'm actually doing this just for fun. I don't really care about the subscribers or whatever. But if you want to help us out and subscribe and like and share, it would be awesome. But at the same time, I just love being here, talking to the guys about football, and just doing what all of us love, talking about what we love.
It's very therapeutic.
I truly appreciate you guys' support.
Yeah.
So take care of yourself. Try to survive for the rest of the week and come on, Chelsea. Hopefully we'll win the game.
Let's do it.
Take care, people.
Let's do this, Chelsea. Don't let us down, you bastards.